Now we turn to the ongoing China-U.S. trade talks as the two sides try to end the ongoing trade war between the world's two largest economies. The truce is in effect preventing new tariffs, but only 14 days are left until it expires on March the 1st. Jointly chairing the talks in Beijing are Chinese Vice Premier Liu He, U.S. Trade Representative Robert Lighthizer, and U.S. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin. The talks began on Thursday and no official statement has been released regarding progress, but many observers are optimistic that both sides can meet each other halfway. And for more on this crucial talks, let's cross live to our reporter Zhou Ying in Beijing. Hello, Zhou Ying. The talks have entered their second day and are expected to conclude in just a matter of hours. You've been following this very closely. What kind of momentum you've been getting?
Hi there, Pandon. Well, as you said, senior officials from both countries are returning to the negotiating table with March the 1st expiration of their trade war truce now only 14 days away. And jointly chairing the talks are Chinese Vice Premier Liu He, U.S. Trade Representative Robert Lighthizer, and also U.S. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin. Well, we know there's a lot of speculations at this point, but little official news about how the talks are going. And one thing that's confirmed, at least by the Washington side, is that Mnuchin and Lighthizer are to meet with President Xi Jinping at the end of the talks. And also no decisions have yet been made about whether to extend the March 1st U.S. deadline to reach a final agreement. However, the two sides showed willingness to solve their differences before this round of talks started. And Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Hua Chunying said that Beijing hoped to achieve a desirable outcome with the U.S. and said the best thing that we could do now is to let the negotiators concentrate on their negotiations. Meanwhile, Ministry of Commerce spokesperson Gao Feng revealed few details about the ongoing consultations at yesterday's news briefing, but he did say that the foreign direct investment from the U.S. into Chinese mainland recorded a nearly 125% year-on-year growth in January, and the substantial rise of the U.S. direct investment flowing into China is attributed to the Chinese government's years-long efforts to improve the business environment. And Pandon, we know because today in Beijing it was very, very cold, and that's because yesterday there's actually the city had a major snowfall, and now it started to melt. And this reminded me of something very interesting that I read from an editorial from China Daily. It says it is apt that the melting snow symbolizes a new beginning, as positive progress in the talks would mean a convergence of expectations for bilateral relations and help to ensure the Sino-U.S. relationship had the solid foundation of the mutual trust and good momentum for the positive interaction at the start of this fifth decade. So we will keep a close eye on the last day of the negotiation. I'll bring you all the developments as they happen. Back to the studio, Pandon.
Well, hopefully that could be the case. Thank you very much.